Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Lowdown. Again, I'm really excited about this Lowdown. I think the subject matter is probably a little bit tilted towards a better player, but it's for everyone, and I think it's really an interesting subject matter, so I hope you enjoy it as well. Now, several of my Lowdowns, I come up with the ideas while I'm giving lessons, and so last Sunday I was giving a lesson to Tom Laming on the back of the range, and we were just working on hitting half shots. And so the very first shot that I asked Tom to hit, I asked him to hit it from the back teaching range there to the very first PVC post, which was exactly 84 yards. And Tom hit a beautiful looking shot to our eye. In fact, he hit it to about 3 feet or so, and when he got done, I think he was kind of pumping his chest out a little bit and had a big smile across his face. I think he was looking around to see who else may have seen him hit that shot. And it was a really pleasing shot to the eye, in the sense that it was a low flighted shot. It had a nice draw on it. In fact, I would guess it drew anywhere from 7 to 10 yards in the air, covering that 83, 84 yards that I asked him to hit the shot. So while he was excited, and I was pretty excited for him too because it was a good looking shot, the question I had for Tom is, imagine if you hit that shot on the first hole to a front pin location. And Tom is a pretty knowledgeable and experienced golfer, and he kind of knew exactly what I meant by that. And this kind of leads me to the subject of today's Lowdown, which is controlling the spin on the wedges. And so what I meant by that, and what Tom understood, is that if you have a right to left shot that's spinning into the green from right to left, and you hit a right to left tilted green, then that ball is going to spin to the left. Now, he understood that. He could picture that in his head, what I was talking about. But if you can't, I'm going to show you a little clip of me hitting a shot on number 1. It's exactly 84 yards away. You'll see my drink sitting there, and that is the number 4 pin location that we have on hole number 1. And you'll see me hit a shot that comes in with right to left spin, and you can watch and see what it does. So I'm going to show you that clip now. So hopefully by watching that you can picture what I'm talking about. You hit a draw shot into a right to left tilted green. The ball took 1 or 2 hops and kind of spun to the left and spun off the green into an area where it made it very difficult to get up and down. Now, so what we talked about is that situation happens a lot here at Holbrook. On number 1, you can get that shot, as you see there. Number 5, we have a right to left tilted green. Number 12 is right to left tilted. 17, the same thing, and the front portion of 18. If you're hitting shots in there that's spinning from right to left, oftentimes it'll spin off to the left of the green. So we really want to hit a controlled shot. I mean, golf's not only about controlling the flight of the ball, it's also controlling about the spin of the ball on the green. So in those situations, we really want to hit a shot that when it hits the green and spins, it either spins very straight, or it actually may spin a little bit to the right. So let's go over what Tom did when he swung. So if you have a right to left shot, what must have happened when he swung that wedge is that his club was moving to the right upon the moment of impact, right of our target line, with the face closed in relationship to that line. So as a guess, I can say he swung it 10 degrees to the right with maybe a 3-degree open face, but 7 degrees closed compared to the line he was swinging it on. That produced a shot that spun from right to left. Now, this is something where I think a lot of good players, when they hit that low flighted half shot, they get in trouble with that shot, or the right to left nature of it, simply because the dynamics of that shot force your club path to be more to the right. Let me explain. Anytime, let's say we take a perfect swing or a perfect arc in our swing, where the club is moving to the right, okay, the club's moving to the right, it bottoms out, and then the club moves to the left. Okay, and the point where we hit the ball, the club is not moving right, it's not moving left, and the club is neither moving down nor up. That would be almost a perfect swing. But we know when we hit irons, and especially if we're trying to hit a low flighted wedge, that we want to hit down on the golf ball. So when we're hitting down on the golf ball, we're putting our swing center a little bit more in front of it. So the bottom point in my swing is going to be well after this ball, maybe 4, 5, 6 inches. So if we're doing that, the moment we're hitting the golf ball, my club is moving right and down So I'm most likely, the moment I hit the golf ball, going to have my club moving a little bit more right. Even if you're a person that swings the club a little bit over the top, even a person that swings over the top, if they're hitting down the ball severely, the club is still moving right the moment of impact. It may move to the left after impact, but it's moving to the right the moment of impact. Okay, so if we're hitting severely down the golf ball, our club path is more likely to the right. Okay, and when our club path is more likely to the right, if the face of the club is left of that, the ball is going to spin from right to left. So what do we do to hit a straighter wedge shot? What we have to feel is that the club is swinging a little bit out to in. So if I'm going to hit a low flighted wedge shot that spins straight or spins to the right maybe a little bit, I'm going to set it with my hands and weight maybe slightly forward. But when I swing, I'm going to feel like the club moves out just a little bit, away from my body. As I swing down, I feel the club moving or swinging to the left. And because I'm hitting down on it, even though it appears that my club path is moving to the left, the moment I strike that golf ball right there, I would tell you that the club is probably just moving straight towards the target. I try to feel like my face is square to the target and maybe slightly open. Okay, that's going to produce a little bit of a left to right shot. It would look something like this. Hopefully I don't fatten this shot like I usually do on video with y'all. Out, across, that ball flew pretty darn straight. That's probably only about a 60-yard shot, but if that ball hit the green, it would hit and stop and spin fairly straight. It wouldn't tilt to the left. So that's something that the better player can do, and even the higher handicap golfer can feel that they're swinging the club a little bit more out, a little bit more in, so that when that ball hits the green, it's spinning straight or spinning to the right, so it doesn't whip off that green to the left. All right, so I hope this slowdown helps you. I hope that you learn how to control that spin on the golf ball so we're not always spinning them to the left off those right to left greens. Thank you very much.